All right, so today I'd like to talk to you about the first steps in how to overcome trauma and start to create some safety in your life. And it's important to understand that safety, hear me, safety is the modality. I get asked all the time about Mastin, what do you think about brain spotting? What do you think about cognitive behavioral therapy or somatic experiencing or internal family systems? Down the line, right? And all those modalities are beautiful and wonderful and amazing modalities, and even ones I haven't mentioned. The modalities are beautiful. However, if someone says, I had a hard time with EMDR or I had a hard time with fill in the blank modality, the first question I always ask is, how safe did you feel with the practitioner? So what you want to learn how to do is prioritize safety between you and your practitioners, you and your relationships in your whole life, right? Because without the safety, the modality doesn't really matter. But even beyond that, you want to ask yourself, what's your purpose in doing the healing work, right? Because, I like to think about healing as like you're building a home, right? You need to know what you're building and why you're building it. And so to just go around to different modalities, just because, it's like maybe the trendy one or everyone else is doing it, that's not a good enough reason. What we got to focus on is, what are you trying to get out of your healing? What is your purpose in healing, right? Are you trying to prove the naysayers wrong? Maybe you want to be a transitional character and end the suffering in your lineage, right? Maybe you want to be the first person in your lineage to address the trauma and transform your life so you can set the example for your children or for others, right? So when we talk about creating safety, we want to think about, one, if I haven't been in safe relationships in the past, what do I got to do to feel safe now? Well, I have to start by thinking about the idea that I'm going to prioritize safety and start to feel safe and start to think about, when do I feel most safe? Who do I feel safe with? And then also, what's my purpose in doing this? Why am I going on this healing journey? Because what I know and what the data suggests is that purpose in life is one of the great mediators in resolving emotional trauma, and even more so than specific modalities, because purpose in life can extend your life up to 10 years. It can help a lot of different biomarkers in your body start to regulate in better ways. So when you combine a quest for safety and choosing safety, which a lot of times is the opposite of what you grew up with or what you're used to, so it will take some learning, but certainly you can get there. And you combine it with this idea that I'm going to find purpose on the other side of this. And as I go through this transformation, a lot of things start to shift and start to change. And so when you think about safety, you have to start to choose it. You have to start to look for it. You have to start to prioritize it. And then you want to ask yourself, what's the purpose in this? And not because, I'm a bad person or because I'm feeling like I have to find a purpose because of some religious trauma in the background or in your history, right? It's really like, on the other side of this, how am I going to grow? How am I going to heal? How am I going to break through and become more or learn more or do more, be able to give back more, right? So that is really how you start to prioritize safety. You look for it. You realize that the safety between you and your friends, you and your family, you and your practitioners is paramount, most important, and goes beyond the modality that you're looking for. And then you try to find purpose. And when you combine those two things, you will take incredible steps forward to start to resolve your emotional trauma and create safety in your life. And even cooler than that, the ripple effects will go on and you'll start to inspire other people to do the same thing. So I hope that's helpful. I hope that you prioritize safety, you find purpose, and you start to resolve that trauma.